On this, the 21st of this series on spiritual aloneness, for those who have vows or promises of celibacy or considering those beautiful states of life, we take a moment just to sit quietly in the presence of the Lord, to acknowledge how near God is to us. And the passage that I have for today is the longest paragraph from Ronald Rolheiser, and he writes, "There is within us a fundamental dis-ease, an unquenchable fire that renders us incapable in this life of ever coming to full peace. This desire lies at the center of our lives, in the marrow of our bones and in the deep recesses of the soul. At the heart of all great literature, poetry, art, philosophy, psychology, and religion lies the naming and analyzing of this desire. Spirituality is ultimately about what we do with that desire, what we do with our longings, both in terms of handling the pain and the hope they bring us. That is our spirituality. Augustine says, 'You have made us for yourself, Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you.' Spirituality is about what we do with our unrest." And if I could add to that, our spiritual aloneness, these vows that we have, these promises that we have made, it's very much about having experienced to one degree or another that there is no true satisfaction in other people of this dis-ease, this unrest that lives within us and aims us towards fulfillment only in God. And so the vows and the promises we make are very much about taking seriously that we will only be fully satisfied by God. And we learn in our lives one way or another that the phantasm of complete fulfillment is not achievable, but a certain tremendous grace can come to us every so often, or more frequently for some of us, through being invaded by God. When we, in one way or another, turn away from the different things that might attract our attention away from God, and we allow God to come into us as fully as possible, we have a respite from this need to fill this unrest. The unrest then calms down because the object of that unrest has finally been achieved, or better, the object of that unrest has come to us to give us peace. Our lives are oriented towards that through vows and promises. May we find that in this unrest we are drawn closer to God, and that we find this God quelling our spirits with the wonderful presence that so changes everything for us.